There's a lot of winning out there. We're having a good day in the stock market, as you can see, an all-time record day, and hopefully it continues. I think it should. Our country's stronger than it's ever been, and somebody had to do that. We had to take the medicine. We had to go through the operation, and that's what we've been through. And a lot of presidents would not have done it. No president would have done it, I think, but it had to be done. And I just want to thank my team, this team here, and lots of others, and Scott and Howard have been incredible. And for energy, there's nobody like this man. And for the roads and highways, boy, you've done well, Sean. So we appreciate it, very much appreciate it. And
The Economist, that I guess they based this on, said, "Oh my God, no." They've gotten it completely wrong. I mean, you had retweeted Trump saying, our country was the strongest, believe it or not, from 1870 to 1913. You know why? It was all tariff-based. We had no income tax. First of all, this is nonsense. And you said maybe someone should tell for Brains and his fanboys about the panic and depression of 1873 to 1877 and the depression of 1893 to 1897. You said Lincoln passed the first income tax in 1862 to help finance the Civil War. Tariffs were immensely unpopular and a political disaster for Republicans in the 1890s. Donald's head is filled with rocks and garbage. Thank you. Thank you, Bob.
Yeah. It's filled with rocks and garbage, and also the wit and wisdom of Peter Navarro. That's essentially where this all came from. It started with a Peter Navarro book that Jared Kushner found for Donald Trump on Amazon.
Which, don't worry, nobody can afford anything on Amazon.
The economy is crashing and burning all around us because Donald will not let go of this. This is his bright, shiny toy, and he's not going to back off of this thing. And no one, including the congressional Republicans, including all of the corporate people who were kissing his butt, for the last few months, none of them are going to be able to talk him off of this. This is all moving forward full steam ahead, and we're all going to face the consequences of it.
I was mentioning the top U.S. economist who is speaking out after he says he was shocked to find the Trump administration cited his research in formulating last week's extreme global tariffs, which he said they got all wrong. Brent Neiman is his name. He said Trump's tariffs are roughly 4 times higher than they should be if they followed his math correctly. He said, how on earth did it calculate such huge rates? It got it wrong, very wrong. Other economists have called it embarrassing and malpractice. But you're right. What we're stuck with, Bob, is his stubbornness and intransigence. Just he's not ever going to admit that they got this completely wrong out of the gate.
Yeah. Well, that's, of course, those of us who understand how things like math and numbers work, that it's obviously very, very wrong in that equation. I mean, John Oliver summarized that equation perfectly in terms of just, it's a bunch of squiggles on a page, but for the MAGA disciples, it makes perfect sense. Oh, look, it's a complicated math equation that looks like Goodwill Hunting solved it somehow, and okay, we'll go with that. That's fine. So that's all they need to do. As long as Donald Trump is satisfying the MAGA doofuses, full steam ahead. But what's fascinating about this, Stephanie, is some of them aren't seeing through it. I mean, like Ben Shapiro, it was blasting the tariffs. I mean, he called them straight up unconstitutional.
Oh, my God.
Which I thought was fascinating.
Joe Rogan,
So this isn't over. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to start to jump the ship any time now.
Yeah. I mean, and by the way, Bob, can you make any sense of this? Peter Navarro said this is not a negotiation. Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, said they will open negotiations, the exact opposite of what Navarro said. Trump responded to a question about confusing tariff language by adding to the confusion. A reporter asked him about mixed messages from your administration. You're talking about negotiations, and yet others in your administration are saying these tariffs are actually permanent. Trump responded, well, it can both be true. No. There can be permanent tariffs, and there can also be negotiations because there's things that we need beyond tariffs. We need open borders. What? Did he just...
oh, God.
Right. And this article says Trump's tariff policy is so erratic and ill thought out, it's nearly impossible to know what he actually means by open borders. None of this makes any sense, Bob. This is the problem, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Well, that's what I've been sort of observing for a long time now, which is that one of the reasons why Donald Trump's his agenda seems so bizarre and inexplicable is because he's reacting to fantasy. He's reacting to something that he got into his worm-infested brain, and he has no idea how it actually works or how it functions or what the details are. He's just reacting to this nonsense that comes out of whether it's the MAGA entertainment complex, whether it's Fox News, or whether it's whatever so-and-so is whispering in his good ear on his way out to do a rally. That's what he's reacting to, and it doesn't make any sense. It's like reacting to the musings of a sock puppet. It's just absolutely insane. That's one of the reasons why he keeps going off about groceries and how the word groceries is an old-fashioned word. I mean, the other day he said he defined groceries as a bag with different things in it.
Yeah.
And we're all going, what is this? This is nonsense. It's because he doesn't exist in the real world.
Right.
He's not reacting to actual tangible things.
Oh, my God. I mean, let's look at these numbers. Victor says it's estimated somewhere between 60 and 80% of items sold in Walmart are from China. Good luck staying in your budget. Reminder, China is the second largest foreign holder of U.S. debt with a claim of around $768 billion. Acting as if they have no arrows in their quiver is foolish. And one last one. So the U.S. is up to 104% tariff with China, their largest source of imported goods. China isn't backing down. Then J.D. Vance, in his usual undiplomatic manner, called them peasants. That will probably be the nail in U.S.'s coffin. What is the point of J.D. Vance at this point, except to make people hate someone more than Trump, to be a bigger D, than to go country to country personally, to be a bigger D to everybody?
Yeah, that's right. He's like the lightning rod to distract. I don't know. I don't know what his job is other than to do what everyone else is doing in the White House, which is to just rubber stamp everything Donald Trump says. And that's why this second Donald Trump term is so different than the first one, and because the first one at least had a few people who were somewhat tethered to reality, and they could kind of corral Donald Trump into what they needed him to do. But with this time around, it's since Election Day, it's been nothing but whatever you say, Donald, we're going to do that thing, no matter how insane it is.
That's what we were just talking about. Elisa Farrah
Griffin. Yeah.
Right. Farrah Fawcett Griffin Colby Carrington said that she's like, Peter Navarro, no one let that nut in the Oval Office in the first, in the first term. And now he's running stuff. I mean, you don't even have to be an economist. This one, Lenny says, I'm no economist, but what does his buddy Jeff Bezos think about this terrorist thing? Literally everything on Amazon is made in China. I mean, as we keep saying, go ahead.
Well, what I was saying before about everyone kissing Donald Trump's ass for the last several months since Election Day, and this ongoing conga line of capitulation among corporate America, among Capitol Hill, et cetera, that I think is on the upside is coming to an end. I think we're starting to see a break from that, and as time goes on over the next several weeks or next couple of months, you're going to see more and more people breaking away from Donald Trump, especially on the economy. I mean, already, as I was saying, Ben Shapiro is very critical of the tariffs. Elon Musk is doing a straight-up flame war against Peter Navarro about all this.
Bill Ackman is the billionaire Trump backer. And by the way, someone said Bill Ackman. No one could foresee this regarding tariffs on the stock market. Both Hillary and Kamala warned you. I mean, oh my God, I have no patience right now, Bob, for people going, how could you he said it. He's been talking about tariffs forever.
Yes.
And Kamala Harris
he's been
very
talking
specifically
about it
warned.
since 2015, 2016. Again, I think Rachel Maddow did a whole segment about this where she was talking about the origin of Donald Trump's obsession with tariffs. And it's just one of those things where it makes him look tough. He thinks it makes him look strong and that he can bully people around by forcing, and this is where the insanity comes in. This is where the fantasy comes in. He still believes that it's the government of China paying the tariffs or the EU paying the tariffs.
It's all delusion. There's billions of dollars coming in.
And consumers.
I know. Him saying there's billions of dollars, and they're all begging me. It's like, no. In America, personal religious beliefs should be just that, personal. But today, Christian nationalism is on the rise, threatening separation of church and state. Laws are being passed based on religious doctrine instead of reason, eroding our rights and freedoms in legislatures, public schools, even in courtrooms. One set of religious beliefs is being forced onto everyone else, but that's not what our founders intended. The Freedom from Religion Foundation is fighting back. as the nation's leading group of free thinkers working to keep religion out of government. FFRF protects your right to think for yourself, whether you've always been secular, left religion behind, or simply believe in true religious freedom for everyone. If we don't stand up now, we may lose our religious freedoms. Join FFRF in defending our secular constitution and keeping faith a personal choice, not a government mandate. Visit ffrf.us/freedom to learn more, become a member, or text my last name Miller to 511-511, because in a truly free country, no one's faith should dictate everyone's future. Text Miller to 511-511 today.